Hello and welcome to Business Aajkal. Today we have a very special guest with us. He is Kishore Moghe-Ji. At the age of 50, somebody always think about once I will retire at the age of 60, I will make a big house, I will buy the property, I will do lots of things. But we have a person who has taken a volunteer retirement from a very known organizations worldwide called Johnson & Johnson's. We have with us Kishore Moghe-Ji. He is one of the key pillar for the Seva Sahayog Foundation. So how you have taken welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
How you have taken a drastic decisions? I mean, at the age of 50, people thinks it's my retirement age, so I will be little relaxed, just 10 years or 12 years. I have to be in the corporate and I'm over. And you have taken this sudden turn. How?
Basically, I think that our life should be divided in 3 or 4 segments. First 25 years are for our education. Next 25 years for our family, for earning. And after that, after 50 years, at least 25 years you should spend for the society. Means whatever you have gained from the society, you should return back to the society. And for that 25 years of period should be allocated. So accordingly, I thought that at the age of 50, it's good to retire and give back to the society.
Oh, so once you have taken a decision, so what were any family obstacles that why you are taking?
Right. That is a major decision because most of the people are burdened with either home loan or any other vehicle loans and all these things. Fortunately, I did not have any such loans on my head. My house was quite enough for our own family. My wife was working that time. She was a professor. She recently retired as a vice principal of a college, and she was working, and this issue was discussed in our family with my son, my daughter, my wife, and everybody. We discussed, and he said, you do whatever is required, whatever you feel doing in your life. So accordingly we took the decision, and my son also, he was a brilliant student. So he got admissions on his own merits. He went to US on his own. I didn't have to spend or take a loan for his education. So God has made all these arrangements so that I should work for the society. That's what I feel.
So being in the corporate, everything is very much organized. Working with the Johnson & Johnson's is like international organizations. Even spelling mistake is not acceptable there. The medical journals and everything. Right. It can be the huge blunder.
Right.
And coming to a volunteer organizations where you have to train the people. People are not skilled enough. You have to work with volunteers. So how these things, how comfortable you are working with that situation?
Recently, for last maybe I can say about 15-20 years, the trend has changed. Earlier, the charitable work was only a philanthropic work. Take a bag on your shoulder, ask for money, and do something for the society. But now, much organized social work is being done in our country, and whatever social work that we do, we should have an impact of that, which is a measurable thing of our social work. And for doing such properly managed social work, you should have a corporate experience, and if you have that experience, I think we can work better in NGOs. And if you see the business scenario nowadays, that every MBA school insists on internship in NGOs.
Correct.
Even if you are going to a foreign country, they ask for your experience in the field of community work or NGO.
Right.
So work with NGO is nowadays very important. It's a must for having proper experience in your life.
Yeah, great. So today we are recording this interview on the 11th of October 2022, and today happens to be an International Girl Child Day.
Yes.
So your organizations, I mean, I'm talking about Seva Sahayog Foundations. It's been working with the, I mean, length and breadth of the women's, particularly in Maharashtra segment. What are the key challenges still you face that need to be tackled in terms of the girls' care, I mean, of the health and the education, so if you can focus on?
Yeah. Girl child is definitely still a neglected lot in our society. Although the thinking about girls have changed in last few years, but still they face lot of difficulties in completing their education. Since we are mainly working in education, I would focus educational aspect of it. And the girls they have to work at their home and then go to school. In many schools, especially in rural areas, there are no proper toilet arrangements for the girls. So many girls, they drop out from the school because of the unavailability of washrooms and all. Also, when it comes to expenses of traveling, many a times the girl is told to sit at home and boys are sent to home, sent to the school, and because of that, girls cannot complete their education up to 12th standard. In many rural areas, the schools are up to 4th standard only, so that within 2 kilometers of area they can reach up to primary education. But if they have to go for secondary education, they have to go about 10 to 12 kilometers away, either by walking or by the ST bus, which is also very rarely available. So these are some of the challenges that we are facing about the girl child, and for that Seva Sahayog is also doing a lot of work.
You have, sir, one program called Nirmal Wari. I was going through your perspectives. So how Nirmal Wari is different from the making a toilet in your schools and Nirmal Wari? Is there any difference, or you take it?
No, Nirmal Wari is a different concept. Nirmal Wari is basically for the in Maharashtra we have Waris in Ashadi and Kartiki. That is, devotees go to Pandharpur to have darshan of Vitthal. So for that they go to Pandharpur on their foot. They go walking.
Yeah.
So, and there are lakhs of people joining in that Wari.
It's kind of pilgrimage.
It's a pilgrimage, yes. So lakhs of people go on this pilgrimage, and there were no facilities earlier for their cleanliness, health and hygiene. So Seva Sahayog Foundation, along with some other social organization, it took interest in this subject, and we approached government. Initially with corporate funding, we provided some mobile toilets,
and based provide the what kind of number for the audience benefit?
Yes. So in the first year it was only about 100 mobile toilets were provided, whereas lakhs of people were traveling. But encouraged by the experience of that Nirmal Wari and that mobile toilet, use of mobile toilet, we approached the state government next year. State government also helped in this matter, and about 800 to 1000 mobile toilets were provided on each of the route of the Wari. There are two different routes of Wari. So on each route about 800 to 1000 mobile toilets were provided at each stop, each halt in the village. So it was a big success, and now our volunteers, they go at these halts and they request these warkaris, people from rural areas to use these mobile toilets, and over last 3-4 years now people also have got habituated, and they have started using mobile toilets.
Yeah, it's a lot of government. The government is more focused about.
But a lot of voluntary work has to be done, because you can't just enforce them to go to toilets, because they were not used to go in this toilet for years together.
Yes.
So now it is voluntarily we request them. We call them Mauli. With the folded hands we request them that please use the toilets, and they are now using it.
It's a process. It's not for a one-day thing.
Yeah, right.
Looking at the scenario, sir, as we have faced the pandemic, where a lot of people had to work from home, so it also give us, the situations has arisen where people had to be digitally very much savvy if they are looking their future in the corporate or going at the next level. So you have a program called Digital Literacy. So Sankalp Digital Maharashtra and Digital Literacy, you have this kind of program. If you can focus about this, how you are taking it forward and how it's impacted the child, or the childs or the school going children in general.
Digital literacy program we are doing in a big way after Corona. In fact, we have increased the pace of it. During Corona also, we were conducting our Abhyasikas. Our Abhyasikas are normally are there in slum areas or rural areas, and students from nearby area, about 30 to 40 students, they come into that Abhyasika and they study for 2 hours. During Corona, this assembly also was banned, so they had to sit at home. So what we did is we engaged a lot of volunteers from corporate individuals also, and we connected them with these students one-to-one. And these volunteers, they started educating these children at home, and those who were not having mobile phones and all the time with they could use their parents' mobile phone, and they were being taught on the mobile phone. So this was the situation during Corona. But after Corona, we understood that even when the schools are closed, digitally students can be taught. So we gave a lot of computers and a lot of screens, LED screens to schools, along with e-learning softwares. So even if teacher from outside village or outside place, she cannot come to the school, the students even can start the digital e-learning program, and they can complete the syllabus even in the absence of the teacher.
Wow, great.
So that way we have empowered more than 200 classrooms
across Maharashtra, and where the screens and computers are given along with e-learning, and now students can have a wider knowledge. E-learning is from, if you can give more idea about us, from which class to,
this e-learning is in Marathi medium, Hindi medium, as well as in English medium.
Okay.
It is from class 1 to class 10th.
Okay.
And exactly Maharashtra government or Maharashtra state syllabus is taught in that, and there are a lot of audio visuals, lot of films, and in a very simple language it has been taught, so children can understand it very well. And during Corona also we gave it on the mobile apps to the students, and a lot of students got engaged and they learned from this e-learning.
You have mobile app?
Yeah, we don't have our own mobile app, but there are some companies, private companies, who are having, like we used a mobile app of Sundaram, and it was given to hundreds of students, and they could do their own study at their home, sitting at home.
Oh, great, sir. What fascinated me about Seva Sahayog Foundation's work is like, if we look at the India as a whole, people have one thing. I mean, if you talk to the general mass, if you are going for educations, so there should be a job. I have found a very energizing initiative by Seva Sahayog, which is called a smart community, where you are helping lot of women. If you can give me how this idea has formulated and how the Seva Sahayog is organizing entire things and how they are empowering. I mean, you are empowering the lot of women across length and breadth.
Yes, right. So smart community is for any community in a city or in a village where we, for different age groups, we conduct different programs. Like for the children, there is an Abhyasika.
Right.
So from 1st to 10th standard students can come into that Abhyasika. They study for 2 hours. They can do their self-study, homework, everything there, and the teacher is appointed there, and she can guide the students wherever they get stuck. So like that, we are running about 150 Abhyasikas all over Maharashtra, especially in Thane, Palghar, Pune, Navi Mumbai, all these districts, and as well as Mumbai. So that is one aspect for the children. For adolescent girls, we are running Urjita, that is Kishore Vikas Prakalp. Adolescent girls, they face a lot of challenges. When they come to age, they face a lot of challenges, and there are various issues which girls need to be told. And many a time parents in these localities, they don't have time to explain this to their children. They don't have exposure also, and they can't explain the things scientifically and properly to their own children. So we conduct Kishore Vikas Prakalp, where girls of age 12 to 16, they assemble once in a week, and on lot of aspects. In fact, we have got a syllabus of 40 sessions where they are informed about lot of things, about their physical and mental changes that are coming in during the adolescent age. What is a good touch, bad touch, and then what are the these are the some of the dangers that they face. Also, we teach them self-defense in case of any problem, how they can escape from that situation. Also, we tell them about great personalities, national as well as international, especially women personalities, and how they have made their own life. They have improved the lives of others, like Savitribai Phule, Rani Lakshmibai, our present President Draupadi Murmuji. So about their lives and all, we tell them that they can be a very good person in their own life. As well as for ladies, we conduct a lot of skill development courses. For girls as well as ladies, we conduct a lot of skill development courses for tailoring, for beautician, and all these courses they can do. We teach them masala making, so they can make masalas at their home, and then they can sell it to the other people. So a lot of such things which can help them in increasing their income.
So where this program is happening, this masala and this
these are happening in many areas of Pune, as well as in Palghar district, especially in Penan, Boisar. These areas are the Karjat area is there. In Karjat, we have got a lot of such activities. In Mumbai, Vikhroli, in Navi Mumbai, also Nerul, Panvel. These are the areas where such smart communities are being developed, and we are getting good support from the society for this activity.
So over the once I was growing up, even in the India, so major problems we have seen, or maybe you can see it, you also have realized that we have a school, we have educations, but we can also nurture a lot of talents, I mean, in the field of sports and other areas. But it's been highly ignored. I mean, go to a school, have a study, and then do the job or do business, whatever. But the sports is the some of the sector which brings lot of, the laurea, lots of prestige to the country, states, and even the villages. So it's been the ignored area for quite a long time. Seva Sahayog Foundations is also working on that particular area. You have a program called Krida Vikas.
Yes.
So it's different from the government initiatives, and being yourself as an NGO, how your program is different, or is it the collaborations work, how you are working?
Yeah, we started this Krida Vikas project with Karjat school. Initially we did a survey there, and we found that there is no official playground in Karjat or sports ground in Karjat where children can come and get educated about the sports.
Sorry, for the Karjat is just like hour and a half driving distance from Mumbai, so you can understand how we are lacking behind the sports infrastructure.
Yeah,
it's like the financial capital of the India. So think about the other parts of the country.
Yeah.
So yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is very true. So in nearby also these facilities are not there, and in schools, even if the sports period is there or sports teacher may be there, but facilities are lacking. Like they may be playing only kabaddi, or they may be playing kho-kho. Even the poles are sometimes not available, and there is no coach available, especially in the schools. So what we did is we made a sports academy in Karjat, where we provided all the equipments required for playing sports. Like we made a beautiful court for badminton. Then we provided table tennis tables, three tables for playing table tennis. Then we provided malkham, for rope malkham as well as wooden malkham. It is like a gymnastic sports.
Right.
Then we provided mats for kabaddi. In schools they just play a traditional kabaddi. But nowadays, kabaddi on mats is getting popularity, so they should know how to play on mat.
Correct.
What are do's and don'ts of playing on mats? So we provided mats.
Yeah.
Wrestling also we provided mats. And all these facilities were provided in Karjat, and nearby about 15 schools were engaged in this, so that good students and interested students from those schools can come to the Central Academy and get trained with trained coaches there. We gave powerlifting instruments also in this sports academy, and now our students from especially this powerlifting area, they have won up to the national prizes, and one girl has been selected even for the international competitions.
Oh, it's
so if the opportunity is given to these children in rural areas, they can perform really well. Now with this experience, now we have started one more project in Karjat, in Sanpada, which is in Navi Mumbai. And in one school we started this academy, and these students are also doing very well. They had a ground, they had a good area, but they did not have equipments. So when we provided the equipments, they started really performing very well and winning a lot of competitions on district level or even the regional level, up to the state level. So if the opportunity is provided, students can really perform very well in the field of sports.
Yeah, sports is something which keep the health fit and which inspire people to be more motivated.
Yeah, and one of our founder members, Mr. Sanjay Hegde, he was very much interested in rural sports and sports in general. So we have named these academies. In his name is no more but is Sanjay Hegde Sports Academy. is there now in Karjat and Sanpada, Navi Mumbai.
Okay, are you planning to expand it further, or?
Yes, we are planning to expand in Vada area, and in fact we are going to plan now for a mobile sports facility, which with one mobile van we can take some of the equipments to various schools, because if we provide in one school it is for that school only, but if it is mobile then every different school we can go to there and approach them. So we are trying to expand this project.
So, I mean, once it's a mobile driven initiative, so along with the equipments or the sports equipments, the coaches
Coaches also will go to the schools, and students will get advantage of their training, and then for remaining 6 days they can do their own exercises, they can practice those whatever has been trained by the coach, and after 1 week the coach will come again to that school.
For many of those who is staying nearby Mumbai and Pune areas, there are a lot of privileged people who can have the access to the fund, but there is a lot of talent, they don't have a privilege or the access to the fund. So you have with Seva Sahayog Foundations, you have something through which you provide the financial assistance to the students, your financial support for higher education.
Yes.
So it's after the intermediate or +2 you are providing it, or before? How is the process to get this thing? If you can give a little detail so that the viewers can have the benefit of.
Yes, this is a very popular project, Vidyarthi Vikas Yojana.
Yes.
In this, the meritorious students, especially from humble economic background, they are provided scholarship for their further professional education. There are many children who get admitted into IITs, engineering colleges, medicals, but their fees are quite high, and many students being from poor families, their parents cannot pay the fees.
Yeah, even the bankings, they need something to.
Yes. So for otherwise they can get the loan also, and even if they get loan, they have to pay heavy interest on that after they get the job.
Yes, correct.
So again, that's a pressure on them that they have to repay the loan. So for that, one of our directors, Mr. Ravindra Karve, he started this project some 10 years ago. He approached some good people and appealed to them for helping some students, and slowly this activity gained interest among the people, and in last 10 years we have helped 1,500 students for getting admission, for completing their education in professional colleges. Like all our students are there in all IITs right now.
Wow. If you can give us the number,
at least about now 21 students are there in IITs.
Across India?
Across India.
Wow.
Across India. Some of the students have gone abroad also, but then we give only for the initial period so that they can settle there, because we cannot fund that education there. It's very expensive. But in India, we have helped 1,500 students and almost 11 crores of rupees so far.
Wow. It's the period how,
Yeah, it is normally when the students complete their 12th examination, and after that when they appear for JEE or any entrance exam, CET or NEET exam, and after they get admission in a good government college, that is non-donation college, if they get admission, they approach us. Or we have got mentors all over Maharashtra. In every district we have got 2 or 3 mentors in Maharashtra.
So mentors are all the IITians background?
No, the mentors are not from IIT backgrounds. They are normal social workers, but they find out good students in their own areas, and they recommend to us, and then we do the due diligence. We visit their family, we visit their home, Without home visit, not a single scholarship is given so far.
Great.
They find out what is their background and whether they are really interested in education or not, or it is just by fluke they have got marks. So all these things we see, and then when we are convinced, we give scholarship for them for their complete education. And there are many cases who are from extremely poor family, auto rickshaw drivers, tempo drivers, or farm laborers, farmless laborers.
If you can give us a couple of examples, like you must have been one-to-one.
Yes.
Some of the examples so that people can connect with their story. Like
Recently one boy from Bid district who is a son of farm laborer, that is their sugarcane cutters. Their family is a sugarcane cutter. So when the sugarcane grows, they go to the farms and they cut.
Right.
So their income is hardly anything.
Limited. Yeah.
Limited, very limited. So he got admitted in MBBS. He passed out that exam and he got admitted in MBBS near college in Chiplun in Maharashtra. So he was awarded the scholarship. And now he is taking MBBS education.
Great.
So similarly, a rickshaw driver's girl, she got admitted into engineering. We helped her with our scholarship.
So she is from Mumbai? Or
She is from Thane.
Thane district.
Thane area,
Yes.
near Mumbai. And she is now completing her education. One girl from Ghatkopar area, also she was from a slum area. The area was such that there always used to be water logging during the monsoon season.
Yeah, it's some of the places.
And their floor was always used to remain wet.
Yeah.
So and they had only some 8 by 10 area of hut there. And this girl, she did her MSc in statistics.
Right.
For that we helped her, and she got a very good job after completing her MSc statistics in a multinational bank. And she changed now 2 or 3 banks. I can't name the banks, but two, 3 banks she named. She changed, and now her package is a very decent, very good package. And she has, from that slum area, she has moved to the flat area. And she got similarly one boy from Kanjurmarg area. His name is Omkar Bhalekar. He was also from very humble background. His father was a laborer, and he got admitted into occupational therapy in KEM college. So he didn't have money to pay the fees, so he approached us. We did due diligence and we paid him the fees. Now recently, this year only, he passed out university exam of occupational therapy, and he secured 3rd rank in the university and 2nd from the KEM college.
Great achievement.
And now he is doing further education in either in biomedical field or he is going to do post graduation in orthopedics. Occupational therapy. So these students also, they give us very good response, and their life is made because of this scholarship. So this is also a very good program for the underprivileged people, and a lot of girls are there, especially in this program, who get admitted into engineering, medical or nursing field, and they can make their life.
Yes, many of time people ask me, or it's a general discussion in the public, that only leader can change the world. But to make the leaders, you need somebody like Kishore ji and the foundations like Seva Sahayog Foundation, which is helping without getting any lots of eyeball and the credit. We are very fortunate at the Business Aajkal that we have bring somebody who has working on, it's not just the name in the NGO, but they have bring the real changes in the society and the personal life. So the lot of example, even I had involved last year with some of the projects while doing filming of some of the projects, and I was quite fascinating, sir, that the way you have trained the teachers, teachers from the government schools, they were teaching what I have found with all these things. They knew all the theories and everything in the physics, maths, chemistry, everything, especially on the physics and maths. But they don't know how it practically its applications in the real life.
Right.
But the Bhabha atomic, I remember that one scientist
From
yes,
BRC.
Jayesh, I think his name. Jayan Joshi ji, correct. So he had given lot of practical examples, and all the teachers are like, oh my God. I mean, if we have trained this thing 5 years or 10 years back, then we could have at least transformed our schools, not the. So lot of things required. I mean, governments make policies, but policies never make the great societies or the great foundations of the successful society. So on that case, that is my personal experience. At least I have seen more than 2,000, 3,000 students. They have participated in 28th of Feb. There was the
National
Science Day. They have demonstrated a very, very remarkable miniatures. They have demonstrated that how they have learned and practically how that will be implemented. So going further, sir, apart from this is we have discussed somebody who is like quite capable to execute the work. They have all the resources, they have the brain, they have the capacity by God grace or and with the help of you. But you have a very interesting and very very core initiative which is called Chetana Rehabilitation Center, where you are helping students, Divyangs.
Yeah.
So if you can give us some of the examples how you have started and how your initiative is changing their life, and what are the challenges for you and the society in general. We know if parents, those who are caring forward this kind of special children, the young children, they have a lot of issues in society, in their home and every day. So how you are helping them to really bring the real change, and how you are playing this key role?
Yeah, this Chetana Rehabilitation Center is there in Pune, and especially all the special children, especially cerebral palsy students who are very difficult to handle. They should at least do their own things in their life. That is what is expected by the parents. So these children, they come there, they are given lots of treatments, physiotherapy and other speech treatment, and all these treatments are given, and we try to make them self-sufficient. So that is the basic requirement of their parents, because they can't do much more in their life, but at least they should be self-sufficient. So that regular treatment is given to such children, especially underprivileged children from slum areas of Pune, and many students, many children, I would say, that they have received this treatment, and they are now self-sufficient.
So you are working with the various organizations, corporate organizations. Beginning of the interview, you have mentioned that government has bring the CSR, corporate social responsibility funds. How you are looking the futures in terms of the CSR, and somebody who is like full-time being to the part of some NGO, devoting their life, their career, doing entire thing. What is the future if they are like full-time volunteer or somebody who is really wanted to devote themselves? Then if you can give us some young talent, because every organizations need a young talent. Of course, the experience required, but young blood also required. So you have working with lot of youngsters. I have seen in office, even in the field. So how entire synergy happens?
Yeah, definitely young people must come in this field, I would say. And we are very fortunate, I would say that I always say that we have got Deva Durlabh Karyakartas. That is, even it is difficult to get such Karyakartas, such volunteers in any organization, and we have got a combination of volunteers and staff structure here. Like in many NGOs there are only staff people, those who work on salary, but we have got volunteers, those who have got experience in their life, they have got experience of the society, and there are young talented staff, who have got new ideas, who have got new concept, they know the digital things they know, and they can expand those things. So a combination of these two are required, and we have got a very good combination of this. So like we have got various committees, like we have got executive committee, we have got program execution committees, which are all driven by volunteers. We have got at least 20,000 volunteers on our roll, who do come to us for some or the other program. They may not be working with us whole year, but when the need arises, they definitely come to us, and they work as a volunteer. So like that, we have got a very good combination of staff and volunteers. And as far as CSR is concerned, now CSR has taken the roots in India. That's what I feel. Earlier, 4 or 5 years ago, many companies were not aware of these things, and even if they were aware, they used to just give away to some organization and do something with this. We don't know. It is only a government
certificate.
Yeah, it is only a government requirement.
Yes.
So you spend this and give us a certificate, utilization certificate. But now that is not a thing. Now slowly many companies are appointing CSR managers. If there is no CSR manager, at least a CSR team is there who voluntarily work for this cause. And then lot of CSR teams and CSR managers, they tell us that our people want to volunteer. We just don't want to give money and forget. But our volunteers should also come on the field. So we get a lot of volunteers on the field, and they get motivated after coming to the field and seeing with their own eyes, experiencing by themselves. They are very much interested in taking it forward. So I think that it has got a good future. CSR funding is must in India, because everything government cannot do. That is not our philosophy also of our Indian tradition or Indian people. It's not only government that everything should do, but people also should participate into the development of the society, development of the country, and for that CSR is very essential. And also with the coming the social stock exchange and all these ideas, more and more people will do the funding in the social field. That's what I feel.
You have used a very interesting term. Being a part of the investor like the BSc and SC, I used to receive an email that you have to give the voting for this particular day. You have used a very interesting term, that the CSR
social stock exchange.
If you can elaborate the term in the greater sense so that people can understand.
So recently, only just maybe 2-3 days ago, some guidelines have come on that. Actually, this concept was first put up some at least 1.5 years ago in a budget by our finance minister, but that time things were not clear, and now slowly the rules are being made for that. And the concept is that a good social organizations, they can approach the public, like how companies are getting funds from people and employ in their business. Instead of that, good social organizations can approach public and get the funds for doing some social activity, and there will be guidelines given by SEBI. So SEBI is formulating these guidelines, and under their supervision, NGOs will work, and they will work for the society. So the funders or the donors also would know that which are the good organizations, what they are doing, since there will be a lot of disclosures like
Correct.
companies, so people will come to know,
Yes.
and the money will be utilized properly for the society.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the things which is going to be the future of CSR and the organizations like yours, which is working on the people and the ground level, on the ground level. So this will be the very interesting thing. So this is the first part of the interview. We are ending here. Second part, we will go to the more about the educations, and as the government is coming up, already formulated the 5 years educations
National education policy.
education's policies. We'll talk that thing in the greater details, because being a volunteer organizations, being an NGO and work length and breadth across the states, and you have the people who have to work internationally, nationally. So looking at your exposure, we go to do the second part. We are taking a very small break, and then we will come up for the next episodes. Till then, do subscribe to Business Aajkal, and if you feel that you can share it these things, and we have added some kind of the value additions in your knowledge, do share it to your community and societies. We'll see you in another video, episode 2 with Kishore Ji from Seva Sahayog Foundation. This is Sumit Kumar Singh signing off for episode 1.